Hey guys, so today I'm making crispy honey chicken and I'm going to be pairing it with some white rice and a very simple cucumber salad. Alright, so let's get started with the recipe. Okay, so the first thing is to cut the chicken into bite-sized pieces. I'm using boneless chicken breast and I just cut them into even size small pieces. Okay, I already washed the chicken and I'm gonna season it up. So first I'm adding some freshly minced ginger. So I mixed some onion powder, garlic powder, salt, black pepper and paprika into the small bowl, and I'm using half of that mixture into the chicken to season it, and I'm gonna save half of it for the flour. Okay, so just save half of the seasonings for the flour mixture when we start dredging the chicken. So once you season the chicken really well, set it aside, and if you want, you can let that marinate for about 1 hour to absorb all of the seasoning flavor. Okay, now I'm gonna start working on the flour mixture for the chicken. So on this plate I'm adding equal amounts flour and then cornstarch. Then I'm gonna add the remaining seasonings in the little bowl into the flour, and you're gonna use a fork to combine everything together until it's well combined. So next in this bowl I'm gonna crack 2 eggs and I'm gonna use a fork to beat the eggs together. So next I'm gonna pour the eggs into the chicken and I'm gonna mix it because I want the chicken pieces to be coated with the eggs really well. So give it a good stir. Alright, and once the chicken is coated with the egg, you're going to take the pieces of chicken and coat it with the flour and cornstarch mixture. Make sure it's coated really good, okay? And then shake off the extra flour on it, alright? And yeah, you're going to do that to all of the pieces of chicken. If you want, you could put the coated pieces of chicken on a separate plate and finish coating the rest of the chicken, alright? So next I'm placing my skillet over medium high heat and I'm going to add in some oil. You want the oil to be at least halfway up to the pieces of chicken or fully submerged. It's up to you. And I'm going to let the oil get nice and hot. Once it's nice and hot, then you're going to start dropping the pieces of chicken into the hot oil, and we're going to fry it until it's nice and golden brown on that first side. If the heat is too high, you can turn it down to medium, okay? And yeah, I let it fry on the first side for about 5 minutes. It's not gonna take too long because the chicken is cut into small pieces. All right, so about 5 minutes. Once it gets nice and golden brown, I flip it to the other side and finish cooking it for about 5 more minutes or so. And once the chicken is nice and crispy and golden brown, you can remove it from the oil and place it on a plate or a large bowl lined with paper towel to soak up that extra oil. Okay, you guys, so before we start adding the honey sauce to coat the chicken, I'm gonna cut up some peppers to add to the chicken and the sauce. Okay, so I roughly cut up about half of a yellow bell pepper, and I'm also gonna cut up half of a green bell pepper. Try not to cut the peppers too small. Cut them into semi-huge chunks because we want it to really pop in the ending of the dish and really like show out with the chicken. Okay, so I'm gonna roughly cut that up, and I'm also gonna chop up half of a white onion as well. Okay, so I'm using the same skillet I cooked the chicken in. I just lightly rinsed it out and wiped it out, and I'm gonna add a little bit of oil just to coat the bottom of the pan and get it back nice and hot. And then I'm gonna add in the vegetables, so the bell peppers and onion. Add that into the pot and saute it for about 2 to 3 minutes so that I can soften just a little. You don't want it to get too soft, okay? And then we're gonna add back in the cooked pieces of chicken. Okay, now I'm adding in the honey and I'm just drizzling it all over the chicken. If you want and you prefer, you can mix the honey separately in a bowl with the rest of the ingredients I'm about to tell you guys. Combine those ingredients and pour it all over the chicken, but I just feel like it's easier to do it this way and it comes out tasting just as delicious. So it's up to you and what you prefer, okay? So yeah, I added the honey, I drizzled it all over the chicken, and then I added a little bit of soy sauce, and now I'm gonna add some sesame oil. And you guys, the sesame oil just adds that flavor that we're looking for in like honey chicken or sesame chicken and so on, okay? It just adds a really good flavor. And yeah, so I mix all of that into the chicken really well, and I let this cook for about 3 minutes or so, kind of let it sizzle a little bit more. And if there's any liquid in the pan, it's gonna start to reduce and all of that good stuff. Just keep stirring the chicken so that it gets mixed and coated with that honey glaze in the pot. And that's basically it, you guys. That's basically it. This is so easy to make, and I promise you the flavors do not disappoint. It's absolutely delicious. So I paired this with some white rice and also this yummy cucumber salad, which I'm about to show you how to make right now. So okay, so I'm gonna start by preparing the cucumber. You could use regular cucumber, English cucumber, whatever you prefer. And I'm using my vegetable peeler just to peel the skin, as you see me doing. And this is gonna just make it look pretty after we slice up the cucumbers, okay? So yeah, I'm doing that, and then I'm gonna slice my cucumbers and place it into this bowl. Next, in a separate cup or a bowl, you want to mix some vinegar. I'm using 1/4 of a cup of vinegar and 1 tablespoon of regular white sugar. Mix it until it's well combined, okay? Then I'm going to sprinkle the cucumbers with a little bit of freshly ground black pepper and a little bit of salt. Mix those seasonings onto the cucumber really well, and then you're going to take the vinegar mixture and pour it all over the cucumber and let the cucumber sit in that for a few minutes, basically until you're ready to serve. And that's it, you guys, for the salad. Oh, I also sprinkled the cucumbers with a little bit of crushed red peppers, just a tiny bit. And yeah, that's it, you guys. Let that sit, and then when you're ready to serve, you have some delicious cucumbers. And then all that's left to do, you guys, is to make a plate and serve up the crispy honey chicken with some white rice, or you can even serve this with some lo mein, maybe some veggie lo mein, and of course the cucumber salad that we made, or maybe some steamed broccoli, and enjoy. And that is it for this recipe, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment on the video if you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys.